So I'm off on a little trip. I think I have a subscriber that lives nearby, and that was scary. I'm going to go see him. He lives nearby, and he owns a thing called, his website is SkyLodgeVacation.com, and he apparently inherited, you can see on the history, he apparently inherited a camp, summer camp, called SkyLodge, that his grandmother had. And he's turned it into a sort of motorcycle style, a la Deal's Gap, motorcycle lodge, hotel. So, and the cool thing about what he's doing is he is he's taking a Sportster, Harley Davidson Sportster. If I have it correct, I haven't seen the thing. He's taking a Harley Davidson Sportster and turning it into a dual sport. And today he's got his engine back, and he's going to put it together and I guess stick it on the bike. So if I'm lucky, I'll get there and I'll be able to watch him do that, and also see the SkyLodge Vacation place, hotel. While I'm, I don't know if I got three topics. The one topic being the hotel, the other topic being why I like touring. The one I'm most passionate about is the touring. So why do I like touring? Well, I think I have a bit of wanderlust, and maybe a lot. No, I don't have a lot. I have a touch. Although I suppose if I wasn't married, I would be wandering around much more. So I have a touch of wanderlust, maybe a lot more than I think, but I don't know. But I do like to ride around, and I do like the sort of the views you get. Now, I'm not a photographer. I mean, I'm not even an amateur photographer. I'm like just a guy with a video camera, but I do see things that are pretty to my way of thinking, and I like to take pictures. On a tour, it's different because you're constantly on the road. You don't have, you're not just an hour away from home or a couple hours away from home. You're days away from home. You're in the middle of the trip. And you're from the second from the last day of the trip, you're a day away from the house, from the home. And that puts you in a different psychological frame of mind. So that, you know, all the stuff that's been ticking me off or whatever, or, you know, things that haven't been going good, things that are bothering you, when you get on the bike, start riding, they sort of go away anyway, even if you're not going on tour. But after the second day, forget it. You've forgotten all about that stuff. And when you pull into a town, you know you're only staying a little bit. I mean, you know, if it's in the middle of the day and you still got a ways to go before you get to the hotel, you know, you can stop it for lunch or take a leak or get some gas, and you can just look at stuff, and it's like, you know, it doesn't matter, because you ain't going to stick around much longer. You're going to be gone. And so if you see stuff you don't like, as soon as you're done doing what you got to do, you can bail out of there. So that whole psychological thing is like this disentanglement. You're not really involved with anything anymore, and it's liberating. It's cool, I think. And you know you can get out of it by just going home. Or all you gotta do is wait a little while. And if things get boring, just wait a little while, and an adventure might have, a little mini adventure can happen, or a big adventure. It's got a lot going for it, touring. Back in the 60s, I used to hitchhike a lot, different places. I didn't have a car. I couldn't afford a car. I had long hair. I couldn't get a job, but I wasn't going to cut my hair. The Italy Valley down there. Naples is down in there someplace. That's where we're going. That's near where SkyLodgeVacation.com is. And so as a result of being pretty poor, I used to hitchhike around a lot. And even though it's the 60s, and that seems like it was a bad time. Yeah, well, I mean, listen, if you got in the car with a hard hat, if you had long hair, you know, he might beat the shit out of you. But you know, that never happened to me. You got in the car with a druggie who was so stoned out that he got himself killed in an accident or something. That never happened. Well, that did happen to me. I'm going to relate that to you. I got in the car one day. I was hitchhiking. I was going to school in Buffalo, University of Buffalo, back in the 60s, and late 60s. And I was hitchhiking home to Syracuse, where I grew up and where my parents were. I was only 19 or something at the time. And I was out there for a long time. Nobody wanted to pick me up. And it was winter time, straightforward. Anyway, so I'm trying to get home, and it's winter time. Italy Valley. And so I'm standing there a long time. Finally, a station wagon pulls up. And I look at the driver. He doesn't look too bad. He looks kind of what we used to call straight. And that's nothing to do with sexuality. That meant he was not a hippie type. And then that guy next to us, 3 guys in the front seat. He was a clean-cut, straight guy, and the other 2 were furballs, hippies, like me. I mean, I wasn't a real bad hippie, but anyway. So I get in the car, and there's 2 more guys in the back seat. And then, you know, back in the 60s, these cars were big, so 6 people was like nothing. And it was a station wagon to boot. Ah, man. Can't even do anything with this thing. I'll turn it on. I don't know, I'll wait till later. So we get in the car, and the guy's like, "Hey man, how are you?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I'm cool." "Yeah, where you headed?" "Syracuse." "Well, I'm going Leroy." I said, "Okay, I'll go to Leroy. It's better than standing where I'm standing." So we started driving. We get on the throughway, get through the toll. We get on the toll, our car, and we're driving on the throughway towards Rochester, which is about 45, 50 miles away. And all of a sudden, the driver lights up like a cigar-sized joint. I mean, it was unbelievable. It's like something out of Cheech and Chong. I mean, this is before Cheech and Chong movies, so, and the bone came around. It came to me, and I go, I'm thinking about it. I go, oh, geez, I'm not driving. What the hell? And I took a couple tokes, passed it around, came back one more time. By this time, I'm like, I'm flying. I go, and I can't, like, turn it down, so I, like, pretend to take a drag, you know, get it back. And they finally, and then the 3rd time I said, "No thanks, I'm done." Because I was like, you know, I was flying. Anyway, so now, it seemed, I don't know how long it was, I can't remember. But, oh, you don't know what I'm thinking. Anyway, so now, sometime later, we're all just sort of driving, and the snow starts coming. It starts snowing, and it comes not a real hard snow, it's not a real light snow, it's sort of in between, and the snow is coming into us like this. And all of a sudden the car, now we're all stoned, and we're looking at the snow, where all the cars are really quiet. And I look around and everybody just sort of stared straight ahead, and even, I guess they turned off the music even. And I'm thinking, looking at the driver, I go, holy shit. And the car's like tooting around, you know. It was like, you could feel it sliding. At least I could. I don't know, maybe I was all goofed up. But, and I'm going, I'm going to die here. This guy. I mean, these 60s cars, they did not have great steering. I mean, they did not hang on the corners and whatnot. I didn't check out the tires when I got in the car, but I can believe they were kind of like bald, you know. They were hippies. They didn't do fucking anything but smoke dope and get dope. They got dope, they smoked dope, and maybe they sold the dope to get more dope so they could smoke it. But that was all, and they didn't, tires, cars, they didn't know that. And I'm thinking I'm gonna freaking die. I swear to God. And I'm sitting there looking at the star. Oh God, please, don't let me die. I didn't mean to be bad. You know, like that in my mind. You know, whining. And next thing I know, I'm standing in the middle of a field, and it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and the guys are going in the car. Like, all right, man, see ya. I say, I'm standing there having my chemistry. I can't fucking believe this. I'm standing in the middle of nowhere. I'm gonna freeze to death before I get a ride. But it was kind of nice, you know. You're out there in the dark at 1 in the morning, and I mean, it wasn't that bad. It was a thruway toll station about a half a mile away. They were gonna let me in. It was against the rules, but at least if I collapsed, they would spot me, you know. And maybe probably the state police would put me in jail for being a hippie, but because that's what they did back then. I don't know. You got long hair. I don't know what you're doing, but it must be that. But so how does this play into why I like touring? Well, it's kind of that crazy goofiness that happens on the road. And you can sit in your living room later on and over a glass of wine and tell your friends about this crazy ass thing that happened to you. Like I'm doing right now, and I'm riding a bike at the same time. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I don't know. Let's see, where am I? A couple miles off, so I'm close, I think. There it is.